very bright and she's very outgoing. When she's in class, she's like a mama student is what I call them. She likes to help everyone around her, whether it being their work or it's their needs something to eat, needs something to drink. She's always feeding, always helping. She's always pouring into the people around her. And she's just a shining light. She's bright, she's enthusiastic. When she comes in, she's always good morning, good afternoon, every time she sees me. And outside in the hallway, inside the classroom, she's very interacting. So she's just a bright and shining star.
When I come to school and I see like other people and they're struggling and they're failing and stuff, it's just like, I want to help these people, and maybe my life isn't as bad as theirs, but you know, I'm not trying to compare ourselves, and so I want to like come to school and help some other people, and I want to actually kind of try to inspire them. So I wake up, I go take a shower, I blow dry my hair, I get all dressed up for school, and I come to school with a positive attitude. I'm like, hey, let's do your work, let's get this right, and let's try.
She's going to be an early childhood educator, and I can see that. Like, that is all about her. She's going to do amazing. She's just to see her pour into the other children around her, to see her lift those kids up, because knowing your story, and I can see you making sure each one of those children in your classroom is going to be touched, and they're going to learn to love each other and themselves, and I can see you pouring into them. I'm going to cry. She's so warm, and that spirit, she has that calling. It's a calling.
Of course, I'm going to be an elementary teacher, so I'm hoping to maybe teach where my mom teaches, Upper Low Caillou, and I want to teach the kids. So after I get, financially stable a little bit, maybe I'll get married and I'll get what I want most in life. I want a baby. But of course, I want to have like a good life ready for that child. That way it doesn't have to grow up like I did, and that child will be like, oh, I love my mom. Hopefully I'll be the favorite parent.
Everybody in class now knows who to go ask. Do you have something to eat? You have something to drink? Can I come get something from you? Can you help me with this? And not even necessarily classwork questions. They're always talking to her and asking her what she thinks. Now, Dailynn will stand up, and if it's something she doesn't believe they should be asking or saying, she does tell them, that's not right, or that you shouldn't be saying that, or you shouldn't be talking about that in class. And it's just that she stands up not only for her fellow students, but she stands up for me as a teacher. And that it's not that she's trying to overstep, it's that she knew that it wasn't correct and it wasn't proper. And sometimes students need to hear that from other students, and that she's willing to put her reputation on the line to say, hey, you need to stop doing that.
I'm great in that little small town area. I love Houma. It's just where I see my heart in 40 years. I know I'm going to be happy as a teacher, and I want that little house with the little rockers on the front porch. It may not be realistic, really, but where there's a will, there's a way, and that's what I was taught when I was adopted. Where there's a will, there's a way, and maybe that's putting a chair to get the last cookie on the top shelf, or maybe that's just graduating college, but I do see myself maybe just living that best life and living in the moment and not really thinking.
What I would hope that their first thoughts about me was that I was a fair teacher. Sometimes I think that they'll think that I'm a strict teacher, because I do follow the lines and I do follow the rules. If there's a rule, there's a reason. And there's a reason why you need to have those rules, and that when you get out of school, rules still follow you. So I think as a fair teacher is what I would really hope that they would think about me.
Later junior year, I got dispersed to her a bunch of times, and these kids, they would always be messing with other people, and they messed with me, and she was just like, yeah, be quiet. And I was just like, oh, my savior. I like this teacher. I really do. She was scary and like very scary at first, but I like her. This year was the first year I had her full time, and the first class I was like, oh my Lord, I'm not dropping this class. Even when I learned how to drive and I could get out of school early, I'm not dropping this class.
Mr. Joller at H.L. Bourgeois, he was my accounting teacher. He was so funny and hilarious, but he was a rule follower. So originally I went to school to be a CPA. And when I went into being a CPA, I got to the third or fourth course and I'm like, nope, this isn't for me. So I had all these business courses and my dad owned a business. So I decided that why not go and become a business teacher? I had a daughter at that time. So I'm like, then we would be off at the same time. So that was my first initial goal because I like business and that's just what I like to do. I like to be a business person. So the original starting off was just to have a job and to be someplace and to start doing stuff. But really, honestly, now is that I like touching those students and I love inspiring them or helping them pursue their next goal and to make sure that they get to where they need to get to.
When they first told me to pick a teacher, I was just like, I don't want to go for that type of teacher who like tells you, you do this, you do that. And they're saying they're trying to help you when really they're waiting for the paycheck. Miss Peters is not like that. She's really not. At first, like when you get a teacher, you're like, oh, they're going to just try to teach you, they're going to be really rude. No. I walked into her classroom and she's like that type of teacher to where like, she wants to help you, and you know, if you're not getting the help you need, she will try even harder to like find you the help you need. She will like go through the depths to find you something that will actually help you. I've never even had her for a year yet, and already I'm just like, I don't want to graduate because of her. I want to stay, but I have to graduate.